US President Donald Trump has announced the immediate declassification of intelligence. He says there have been serious vulnerabilities in America's election infrastructure. For more on the US allegations of Russian interference in his elections, we are joined by independent journalist and foreign business consultant, Ms. Olga Malik, live from Batumi, Georgia. Thank you for joining us, Ms. Olga. So President Trump has declassified intelligence alleging major vulnerabilities in US election infrastructure. So how significant is this announcement and what impact could it have on American politics?
Well, this is politically significant because it brings back the election security to the national debate. The administration argues that the newly declassified materials highlight long-standing concerns about vulnerabilities in election-related infrastructure. At the same time, these claims are likely to face close scrutiny from Congress, intelligence, the media, and experts. Politically, the announcement is expected to reinforce over election integrity as the United States approaches another election cycle.
And the Kremlin has strongly denied any interference in US elections. So how is Trump's latest accusation being viewed in Russia, and what message do you think is Moscow trying to send?
Well, Russia's position has always been consistent and for years. I mean, the Kremlin categorically rejects any allegations of interference in U.S. elections and says this is a part of America's internal political debate. And Moscow also argues there is no evidence proving official Russian involvement and continues to call for relations with Washington to be based on dialogue rather than mutual accusations, which is quite difficult at the current time.
And China has also dismissed Trump's allegations as totally fabricated. So could these claims, do you think, further complicate US relations with both Russia and China? And why?
Well, they could definitely contribute to existing tensions because Moscow and Beijing argue that election-related accusations have become part of a broader geopolitical debate and competition. And even if the issue remains largely political, it can make diplomatic engagement on cybersecurity, strategic stability, and other sensitive issues more difficult.
And so Trump has also accused major US media outlets of refusing to cover his announcement. And so how is this debate over media credibility, do you think, and election transparency being perceived internationally?
Mm-hmm. Well, internationally, this is viewed as a part of a global, of a broader discussion about trust in institutions, media, and political polarization in the United States. Different audience view the situation differently. Some believe greater transparency is necessary, while others argue that intelligence-related claims require careful verification before drawing any conclusions. Overall, I think it reflects the challenges democracies can face in maintaining public confidence during highly polarized political periods which we face right now in the United States.
Looking ahead, so could these renewed allegations, do you think, of foreign election interference influence US foreign policy and diplomatic relations with Russia and China, particularly as Washington enters another election cycle?
Mm-hmm. Well, election security in the United States is likely to remain an important issue, and it will also affect its foreign policy by no doubt. We may see stronger diplomatic rhetoric and continued emphasis on cybersecurity. However, the broader relationship between Washington, Moscow, and Beijing will continue to be shaped by a wide range of issues, starting from like regional security, regional conflicts, not solely by election-related allegations. Much also will depend on the future political developments and whether newly public available evidence emerges. So we will see that.
Many thanks.